Video games. I love them, you love them, we all love them. 2021 was a pretty average year for me, but the thing that made it as memorable as it is were the friends I made along the way and the video games I got to play. But rating people is morally wrong to me, so I'll just stick to rating video games. In this video, I wanted to rate every game I got to play last year. So, you know, let's just get right into it.
I'll be the roundabout. The words will make you out and out. I spend the day away. Call it morning, driving through the sun and in and out the valley.
Even though it technically falls into the 2020 category of games I've played, I still played it in 2021, so whatever. This game has a beautiful art style, a beautiful message, hard gameplay, and it's the perfect thing for an emotional person like me to get attached to. So, you know, 10 out of 10. Now, I've had Genshin Impact since its early days, and all I could say is that it's fun, you know. I have around 500 hours on it, and all I can really say about it is that it's way more work than I'd like to do. Graphics are amazing, they look great, I love the style, gameplay is fun, story is alright, you know, it could be less generic, but overall I think it's a 7 out of 10. Now, I never actually finished this game, but I'll still rate it because I know what happens and I know all the endings and I've played enough of it to really know what it's about, and I've watched enough of it, so you know, I'll still rate it. Gameplay could be a little better, graphics awesome, story awesome, and Jesus is this game scary. 8 out of 10. Now, I was never really a big fan of Metroidvanias until I actually played this game. Graphics are beautiful, even for a 2D platformer especially. Story made me shed a tear, I think, and it's just awesome. So, you know, 8 out of 10. Actually, I wrote a 9 out of 10, so don't take my word for that. If you haven't played this game yet, you're not a real human being. This game is amazing and has been perfected beyond perfection. So, you know, literally nothing can change that. 11 out of 10. This game is awesome. It's perfect for me, rather. It's the most fun I've ever had in a platformer game, like, ever. And the game is as old as me, so that's how you know you're in for a lot of fun. It's wacky, goofy, crazy, a little sad and depressing, but it manages all of those aspects perfectly, so I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. This game can kiss my ass in the best way possible. I was a little confused in my first 5 hours of playing through, which was the 5 hours I played in 2021, but I could say eventually I got the hang of it. It's hard but rewarding, so you know. 10 out of 10. Cry of Fear made me shit myself on one too many occasions. Fuck you, Sweden. Bad country. This is just Stockholm Simulator. 4 starving guests out of 10. NIER Automata is a really awesome game, which sucks because I'm still stuck in the stupid area where a naked guy just walks in circles around you and you have to deflect bullets. But either way, 2B is hot, so 8 out of 10. For the 10 years I've been playing this game, my PvP skills haven't changed at all, so 10 out of 10. Chica, please leave me alone. 5 nights out of 10. This game is chaotic as shit, and that's how I like it. I can get a little confused sometimes and not know what I'm doing, but all I know and all I really need to do in the first place is kill everything. 7 out of 10.
My lover stands on golden sands.
For the years I've been a fan of BIOSHOCK and the entire series overall, this game still holds up pretty damn well. Not only have I crapped myself on several occasions and maybe died a couple dozen times, but this game just made me realize how much the original BIOSHOCK is actually amazing. And this is probably the best horror shooter out there. 8 out of 10. I hate Dead Space in the best way possible. Not only is this the scariest game that I've probably played in, you know, forever, I just hate having to fight these stupid monsters of fucking aliens and shit. Like, goddamn. There's a reason I quit halfway through the campaign. 8 out of 10. Do I really have to say something about this game? Fucking garbage out of 10.
Yo, I need you like a fish needs a Greek person. Actually,
Jackbox games can be really fun with friends if your friends are funny, but otherwise it's just dry as hell. But otherwise, thank you, Jackbox, for ruining my sense of humor. So for that, I'm going to give you a negative 3.9 fucking 7832 out of 10. Psychonauts 2 makes the first game look like a child's drawing in comparison to the Mona Lisa. It takes everything the first game does and just perfects it to the maximum degree, you know. Graphics, even better. Comedy, funnier. Setting design, oh my god, I want to be a Psychonaut. Who knew sequels could be this good? 10 out of 10. Now, I played Overwatch back in 2017, but I played it in 2021 for the first time only on mouse and keyboard on PC, and even though I'm not really great with those mechanics, it doesn't make it less enjoyable. The only thing that does make it less enjoyable is the fact that no one ever wants to hop on. So for that, I give you 2 tanks, 4 out of 10. Yeah. As goes for the rest of the BioShock series, I've been a fan for a few years now, but BioShock Infinite is probably one of the most important games to me, and it still holds up 5 years after my first playthrough. I bought it last year and played it again, and hell yeah, it's still pretty good. 8 out of 10. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, much like Psychonauts 2, takes everything the first game did and made it a lot better, but the problem I have with Ori and the Will of the Wisps is the fact that they added a lot of stuff which is good, but does make the game feel very overwhelming. Maybe it's just me, but all these side quests and little side details make it a little overwhelming, you know. But all I can say is that the bosses are way better in this game, so you know, 8 out of 10. Now, I love racing games when it comes to Forza especially, and I'm not really that good at them with the exception of Forza Horizon 5, which I had way too much fun playing, and I frankly wish it was cheaper so I could get it. So you know, 8 out of 10. Actually, it's 9 out of 10. Whoops. If you can't cook like me but like to think you can cook, Overcooked 2 is perfect for you. It's as hard as real life, and it's as stupid as real life. So, you know, 10 failed orders out of 10. I played this game way back in 2017 for the first time, and I recently replayed it again in 2021, and I can say with full confidence that it's still Portal 2. F-stop 3.5 out of 10. Jokes aside, I actually really like Cyberpunk 2077. The campaign isn't really that interesting to me, but I do really like exploring Night City while simultaneously running over 6 people with a scooter, but I can say it's a really good game. Although I am still pretty mad that the pre-order edition came with less bonus stuff than the standard edition. So you know, for that I'm going to give you a 6 out of 10.
Cause you're gonna suck this cock. You're gonna suck this cock good.
I love it. 10 out of 10. This game used to be fun, but the internet ruins everything. 1 crewmate out of 10. VR chat can be really fun, but when you're me, or like me, and you play on PC without a VR headset, it's kind of pointless and boring, so don't even bother. But you can still have a pretty funny time, so 5 out of 10. Now, this game has caused me to slam my keyboard more times than I can count, in the good way, and the only problem I have with this game is that the DLC costs way more than it should, Sometimes I wish the developers would put it on sale for a little less than 40 BGN, so you know, 1 unaffordable DLC out of 10. I really like this game. I love the soundtrack and the graphics, but the only thing I can really say is that I'm stuck in one area, and maybe I'm stupid that I can't really do anything about it, but I know I'm super close to the end of the game. 7 out of 10. Now this game tells a story of a guy who obviously resembles me and his posse of very attractive demon girls. But as the person that is obviously trying to adapt into a video game, I can say that this story isn't accurate at all. 6 out of 10. Considering this is the first Halo game I have ever played in my life, I can't really say much about it. All I can say is that it does feel really fresh when you go back to basic shooting. Basic shooters, but there's not much you can really do in the game. Infinity out of 10. Without friends, Left 4 Dead is a fun game, but with friends, it's a complete shit show, and I love it. 8 out of 10. Now I don't think anyone plays this game alone, because it's just too good to keep to yourself, so you know, grab some friends, pick your character, and unload 80% of your clip into your teammate. 8 out of 10. Now we've reached the final game. You know, I didn't realize that I only played about 50 games this year, but you know. What do I even say about this? I play this game once every year and I never have anything new to say, so you know, 5 out of 10. Throughout my life I've played, well, hundreds of games, and I have to say I enjoyed about 95% of them. The other 5% being like, I don't know, too boring or too confusing for me to understand, or I don't know, maybe they're really bad games. Most of the games on this list I actually really enjoyed, and there's actually a few more games that are missing from this list. The reason being I didn't play them enough, like We Happy Few. I've had that game for ages, and I only have like 50 minutes on it. I have like Yakuza 0, but I only have 2 hours on the game, and I know that game's like 30 hours long, so... Something I like about this year is that I think I played the most video games I've ever played in like my life, just like in 2021. Because in previous years like 2018 and 2019, I would only stick to like one genre, which would be like a shooter, never platformers. I hated platformers before. I would just play like shooters and puzzle games like Half-Life 2 and whatever. I didn't include a lot of the games that I replayed again in 2021. I only included like the BIOSHOCK games and like Celeste, but there's a lot more games that I've played over and over in 2021, but I didn't include them for a reason. The same for Terraria, I would have included it. But yeah, this was my rating. Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed actually, and I will see you guys some other time in the future. So you know, I'll see you in the next video. See ya.